I was doing my nightly scroll through TEMU and I noticed something concerning. You see, the whole point of shopping on TEMU is that everything is like disgustingly cheap, right? But a lot of these products, especially the ones that aren't being shipped from the US, aren't very cheap. So while I look it up, maybe I just have unrealistic expectations. No, TEMU and SHEIN are both raising their prices, which kind of sucks because even though I'll never like buy a PC off of TEMU, places like AliExpress actually have some pretty good deals on PC parts. Now there's two explanations for why the prices are increasing. Either they're starting to pay the kids that are making the products, or it's tariffs. I think it's the second one.
We have breaking news right now. SHEIN and TEMU are raising prices. Some products are going up more than 370% in price. They warned you. They said that starting April 25th that they will have to raise prices because of Donald Trump's tariffs, and well, now it's happening. Get ready to pay more for SHEIN, for TEMU, because remember, Donald Trump removed the de minimis exemption on products worth less than $800. And well, between the 145% import tariff that's currently in place and this exemption removal, they have no choice but to raise prices on many of their products. You know, the quote-unquote cheap goods that are being sold on TEMU and SHEIN are not as cheap as they were just 24 hours ago. For example, patio chairs listed on TEMU that CNN reviewed at a price tag of about $61 are now about $70. A bathing suit about $4 before is now $8.
Good day, everyone. Today we are diving into a hot topic that is shaking up the online shopping world. SHEIN and TEMU have raised their prices and it's hitting a lot of shoppers hard. But what's really happening behind the scenes? Tariffs, loopholes, political moves, and how will this change how we shop moving forward? Let's break it down. Let's start with the obvious. Prices on SHEIN and TEMU are going up, in some cases by up to 91%. Users have been sharing screenshots, TikToks, and even Reddit threads, freaking out about $5 tops now costing $10 to $20, shoes now being $35, and the entire wish list now doubling overnight. So what caused this sudden jump? In one word, tariffs. A few weeks ago, the US government announced new tariffs targeting Chinese imports, specifically a 145% tariffs on many Chinese goods. That includes a lot of the items sold by SHEIN and TEMU, and even small AliExpress sellers. Moving forward, let's talk about what tariff is. A tariff is basically a tax. When companies bring goods into the US from another country, the government can make them pay a fee. And guess what? Companies don't just eat those costs. They usually pass them on to us, the buyers. In this case, if SHEIN or TEMU now has to pay 145% extra to ship a $10 item into the US, they are going to charge you $20 or more to make up for it. Now here is where it gets spicy. For years, companies like SHEIN and TEMU have avoided these fees by using a legal loophole called de minimis. Under the de minimis rule, any imported package worth less than $800 would skip paying tariffs altogether. It was originally meant to help travelers and small businesses, but companies used it to flood the US with cheap products. Basically, every little $5 shirt or $10 gadget was flying under the radar. But now the US government has cracked down. No more de minimis for Chinese e-commerce giants, meaning SHEIN and TEMU are finally getting taxed big time. Let's take a look at this video.
If you're considering buying any products from any Chinese website, you want to do it now, before May 1st, because we're cooked. We're so cooked. I never thought this would happen, but here we are.
President Trump's next move against China might affect anybody who orders from Chinese websites.
I can't believe he's closing this
May 2nd,
exemption.
a tariff loophole called the de minimis exemption will be closed. Trump signed an executive order slapping a 120% tariff on all packages coming from China and Hong Kong, and a postal fee of $100. Come June 1st, that fee jumps to $200. Currently, shipments worth less than $800 in value are exempt from that surcharge, but as of May 2nd, no more.
For those of you who do shop with SHEIN, TEMU, and Amazon, your packages will soon become more expensive and take a lot longer to be delivered to you. Now, this is because the de minimis trade loophole that helped you avoid pay tariffs and taxes is going to expire on May 2nd. So let's talk about it. As of April 2nd of 2025, an executive order was signed ending the de minimis loophole that has been in effect since 1938. Now, with this loophole, packages that were valued under $800 would be allowed to be imported into the U.S. without paying a tariff and would bypass certain customs inspections. This loophole is going to end on May 2nd of 2025 and applies to any packages being delivered directly from China. So the items that you are ordering from companies like SHEIN, TEMU, or Amazon will most likely be more expensive now due to these tariffs. But also, it will take longer for these items to be delivered to you because they now must go through more thorough inspections when they go through customs. Now, it is starting to feel
So who is behind this new news? The short answer, the politicians across the aisle. Even though American politics is divided on almost everything, both major parties have been pushing harder against China on trade. It's about national security, job protection, product safety, and yes, political points. And shoppers, they are mad. Social media is full of people venting about the price hikes. Some people are boycotting SHEIN and TEMU, while others are holding old prices, trying to buy everything before May deadlines hit. And a lot of shoppers are looking for alternatives like thrifting apps, local small businesses, and secondhand sellers. Take a look at this video.
My $18 free shipping Temu order that I tried to place last night had a $27 import charge. Went and checked that item that I was trying to buy in the TikTok shop. Global shipping TikTok shop, the minimum is $50 now, and the prices are not China prices. They are full American prices. My cart went from like $50 to like $160 overnight, and I didn't change a single thing. I have not checked SHEIN. I did hear that Amazon raised the prices of a bunch of items yesterday. The ports are drying up real quick. And the best part is, even if Donald Trump is like, oh, okay, let's go back on the tariff thing, oops. And China's like, oh, okay, forgive and forget. Start making stuff and putting it on ships for us again. It's going to take like a month.
We got some breaking news. SHEIN and TEMU are raising prices because of Donald Trump's tariffs. They are raising prices as much as 370% on some items. They warned you that because of Trump's tariffs that they was going to have to raise prices on April the 25th.
Now, will this fix fast fashion problems? Interestingly, some experts says this could be a good thing. They argue that fast fashion, with its ultra-cheap throwaway culture, has been hurting the environment, exploiting workers, and creating insane waste. If things get a little more expensive, maybe people will buy less and value quality more. But critics warn it could also punish low-income shoppers who rely on affordable options. So where does this leave SHEIN and TEMU? Here is what we know. They are raising prices across the board. They are reducing some inventory to avoid the most heavily taxed goods. They are exploring local manufacturing options in Mexico, South America, and even the US. Basically, they are trying to figure out how to keep the low prices we love without paying sky-high tariffs. Personally, I think we are witnessing a huge shift. The era of insanely cheap, fast, throwaway shopping might be coming to an end. And while it's painful, short-term for shoppers, long-term, it might change the whole industry for the better. What do you think? Are we planning to keep shopping on SHEIN and TEMU? Or are we switching to thrifting or local brands? Let me know in the comment section. And thanks for watching. Bye.